We had talked to you a couple of weeks ago, and you mentioned playing with confidence and trying to get your confidence back. It looks like it's back.
Oh, yeah. Like Coach always preaches, true confidence only comes from your work. He's been telling me to get in the gym a lot more than I have been doing, and it's been paying off on the court.
You feel like you become more of a facilitator of sorts these last couple weeks, higher assists and rebounds I've noticed in the stat sheet?
Just whatever comes to me. I feel like I have a good feel for the game. Whatever's working as a team, getting guys involved. Like Chuck's been shooting the ball well lately. Getting him the ball, getting guys in spots where they can make shots. And if I feel like I have an open shot, I'm going to take it. So.
Was there ever a time when you started to doubt yourself or lose confidence when you were struggling, or did you know that eventually you were going to hit a run like you're in right now?
I felt like I was going to hit a run, just like last season. Kind of ended the season strong, and it always comes back around. It was just a drought that I was in, but just keep working and everything's going to come back.
You mentioned last year. What is it about the last 8 or 10 games of the season? Because you did the same thing a year ago.
I don't know what it is about it. It didn't happen my freshman year. It happened last year, but I guess it's just during the season I kind of figure everything out, and then the last 10 games is just like, oh well, like we're already here, so just go with it.
How much have you seen when you're hitting shots opening up, especially the lane and other opportunities for some of the other guys?
When guys are hitting shots, I feel like when I'm hitting shots, it opens the lane up for Nebo. And when Chuck's hitting shots and everyone on the perimeter is hitting shots, you can't really double team Nebo like teams want to do. And when he's kicking it out to us, making the right play, then everybody's hitting shots. They can't really go to their game plan.
Do y'all think at all? Do you think y'all look back on that first game against LSU and wonder, how did you let that one get away from you, and how much confidence does that give you in this rematch?
I feel like we played a really good second half against LSU the first time we played them. They out-rebounded us. They're a really good rebounding team, and they're a really well-coached team. So I feel like we just have to go into this game, watch film what we did last time, and just make corrections and build on that.
I feel like Buzz has been able to get the best out of you this season.
I feel like he has. I feel like there's another level to it that can still be pushed out. This has only been here with him for 9 months. So I feel like keep going forward, then he can get a lot more out of me.
And not just you, but the whole team. You feel like he's kind of been able to get the most out of what you guys have in that locker room?
I think so. With the time that he's been here, I feel like he's gotten a lot out of all of us.
Savion, are y'all talking as a team among yourselves about postseason play yet, or is that something that y'all just still putting off?
We don't really think about it, but we always think we have a chance. We're trying to go and win all the games that are left ahead of us in the regular season, and go into the SEC tournament and try to win that also.
You look at LSU, and they started off really well. They've lost, I think, 5 out of their last 7. You never know if it's a good time to catch them, but would you prefer to catch a team that may be struggling a little bit?
You definitely want to catch a team when they're slipping, but we want everyone's best performance. We want to earn everything. We don't want anything given to us. So.
You feel, I don't know if importance is the right word, but to snap this 6-game losing streak against LSU, is it something that you guys as players talk about and want to get back in the win column against them?
I don't really think about it like LSU, the 6-game losing streak. I just feel like it's another really good team. They're at the top of the conference, and we can really put ourselves in a good situation with this win.
These games have been really close between you guys. You had overtime. You lost at the buzzer last year. What is it about their style, or just about that team that brings that out, do you think?
I don't know. I just feel like they're a really well-coached team, and they have a lot of really talented guys, and they play hard. They rebound the ball extremely well. So I feel like that's what gets them a lot of wins, and what gets them their top performance against us.
Savion, you mentioned that in the first game against LSU that they really had an advantage rebounding. So what's it going to take from you guys to I don't know, make a difference in that regard?
I would say just every time the ball is in the air, just make it a fight to get the ball. Say with our defense, a lot of the bigs are rotating out, so I feel like Q and Chuck have to box out a big most of the time. So just make it a fight. If you don't get the rebound, just make sure your man doesn't get it. And just every time the ball goes up, like I said, just make it a fight.
You haven't played too many 11 a.m. games. Are you hoping maybe they're asleep when you walk on the court Saturday?
Yeah, I don't feel like anyone does early birds like we do.
Yeah.
So
you think that gives you an advantage?
Yeah, I feel like all of us have turned into morning guys. So I feel like we'll be at a little advantage in that.
Are y'all playing at a level now, Savion, where, I mean, as an athlete, I know you always expect to win. Are you playing at a level now as a team that disappointed when you don't win? I mean, even the other night against Kentucky, I mean, you guys were in that game until the very end of it.
Yeah, I feel like we're a little disappointed with it. We evened out the score in the second half. The second half was even score the whole time. They only had one offensive rebound in that half, and I feel like we played really well. I feel like everyone's always disappointed when we lose because we go back and think about all the little mistakes we made that could have built up to a win. But you can't just blame one person or one little mistake on the whole game. But I feel like we all go into it thinking we should have won.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Manuel, how much better of a player are you right now than you were in maybe that first game when you played LSU?
I just think through the help of my teammates, through the help of my coaches, I think overall my consistency, that could be better, but I think overall my game has just developed to a next level, and it could keep transcending if I continue this direction.
Going off that, Emanuel, do you feel like Buzz has been able to get the most out of you in the last 9 months?
Yeah, he expects a lot. He challenges me every day. We watch film a lot, we talk a lot, and he just challenged me to be the best version of myself.
With Savion and Chuck hitting some shots from outside, how's that help open things up for you guys down low?
It just shows us that we could play outside now, so it makes the defense guard us even further than they were previously. So I think just hitting shots, especially the shots they've been hitting down the stretches, I think that just helps us overall.
What do you remember about the first LSU game?
No, they're a really good rebounding team. They want to get the shot on the rim just so they can rebound the ball. Very physical, so we're going to have to come out from the start and just fight.
How much more better prepared are you for a game like this, especially against Emmett and some of those big physical guys inside?
You know, playing against Mississippi State, another big team, Kentucky, another big team, you know, and in practice, having Nebo, you know how of a threat he is, just overall just having these guys help us, prepare us for these games, I mean, I think we're prepared.
Building off that, not just you, but in general, are y'all playing at a level now, G-Man, where you, I know as an athlete you always expect to win, but are you playing at a level now where you actually can go into a game saying, hey, we really have a chance at this thing?
I think,
compared to, earlier in the year.
Early in the year, we were going into games hoping to play hard, we didn't really understand how each game is important and how hard you have to compete each game. And I think coming into each game now, we understand the value of each possession and understand that you can't take a second or a possession off, because the second you do that, you have great players hitting big-time shots that just extends the lead. So I think going into each game, we know how hard it takes to win, and we're willing to do that.
You feel like that you're catching them maybe at the right time? They're kind of skidding a little bit. They've lost 5 of 7, I think.
Yeah, I just think, we try to not worry about the teams we play, but more of who we are and our identity. And that's going to start today in practice. We're going to compete. We're going to fight hard, pay attention to the details, and just ready to execute how we play.
I asked Savion about the 11 a.m. start. He said you guys are morning people now because of the early bird workout.
Yeah, we are a morning team. That's our identity. 6 a.m. when that hits, we're sweating, we're ready to roll, and then when 8 comes, that's when we go into class. That's when other people's days are starting. So it's just like getting that routine from the start, from the summer, just getting into that early routine, and that's great.
So you don't mind the 11 o'clock start?
I don't mind it, but if the 6 a.m. does come back, we're ready for that too.
All right. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Emanuel.
Appreciate you.